Bonjour et bienvenue sur Dark Otaku Gaming pour la suite de Sam & Max. Saison 3, toujours en français dans le texte, mais uniquement dans le texte. Ah, on a oublié, hop. J'aurais peut-être dû aller dans l'autre sens. C'est parfait. Alors, la dernière fois, si je me souviens bien, on était attaqué par des Max. Total Games. Qui sortaient de nulle part, et Papyrus, on était effrayés. On avait Cosmonobo, de Max dans le corps de Max, battu le pharaon. Et maintenant, ça se complique. Est-ce qu'on va voir d'où viennent les clones avant de voir... je pense que c'est la fuite, là.
I can't believe you fired Sal.
Of course I did, you conniving banshee.
Oh, il parle de
I
Sal.
can't have my food prepared by a 10-stone cockroach.
Ouh là là, tout le monde s'enfuit.
We're closed.
You better tell them that.
Ouh. C'est pas rassurant. La Stinky, elle a son instinct de survie, hein.
Who knows what horrible truths lurk behind the tinted windows of our neighbors' souls? Our intrepid heroes certainly don't. They're just relieved to find a safe harbor from the half-naked horde that has pursued them since their stirring defeat of the mad pharaoh Samun-Mak. But soon, you and the freelance police will be forced to throw open the creaking shutters and clumsily draw back the moldy curtains to reveal the awful secrets that lie beyond the Alley of the Dolls.
Ce sont des poupées. Générique. On revoit tous nos enquêtes, saison 1, saison 2 et la saison 3. Les jouets mentaux, on a toujours pas ses lunettes, on a toujours pas non plus... Je crois qu'on a tout ce qu'il y a par les lunettes en fait. The Devil's Playhouse, et je suis Devil, donc ça fait que c'est mon petit théâtre. Et donc nous voilà entourés chez Stinkies, on dit par les... Je sais même pas comment on peut les appeler. Les copies, les clones, les poupées.
I prefer doppelgangers.
Les sosies.
But after they yanked it away, they turned their attention on us.
Actually, I think they were mostly interested in me.
No.
We ran for the DeSoto, but it had been surrounded by a gang of me's.
So naturally you came here.
Better to stock up on canned foods and ammo for the upcoming zombie Sam Armageddon.
I don't think they're zombies, Max.
Zombies, clones, robots, who cares? Just
Voilà.
as long as I get the shakes.
Oh, il y en a partout.
Looks like it's time to boil the haggis.
Stinky, il était préparé, on dirait, à ce qu'un jour ils doivent
How you got
défoncer
away out of here,
Sam.
Sam?
Ah bah, il y a bien le bouton derrière le comptoir normalement, mais je sais pas s'il est encore là. On va parler d'abord à Stinky.
Do you mind? You're spoiling my aim.
Des
What
simulacres.
do you think this unprecedented wave of me is all about?
Who cares? I haven't had this much fun in years.
We couldn't help but notice the girl Stinky started flinging plates at your head.
What did she think I was going to do when I discovered that she'd hired a giant cockroach to run my beautiful kitchen?
Il avait l'air sympa.
Well, your tolerance for cockroaches is well known, so I'm sure she probably thought...
Tiny cockroaches as customers, not 6.5-foot tall monstrosities lumbering about my kitchen, dipping their mandibles in the mayonnaise and spreading their disease on my crudités.
Crudités? Where? And what are those?
My words, Ken or no Ken, that woman's up to no good.
Et toi, comment ça va?
Need any help?
Nah, I've been dreaming about this day for years.
Ah ouais, c'est bien ce qui me semblait.
Right in the mousse.
I'll just get back to finding a way out of this mess.
Take your time. I'm having a ball.
Il a l'air d'apprécier la situation. Et toi, Stinky
Oh, good. It's the harbinger of doom.
I got a wacky idea. Why don't you help us fight off the Sams?
Your personality alone could probably take out a dozen of them in one blow.
For your information, I'm trying to text the authorities for some help.
Right. Any luck texting the authorities?
None yet, but I'll be sure to let you know if I make a breakthrough.
You do that.
Et
I
Pepe
see that
Stinky.
you and Grandpa Stinky have reached the plate-throwing phase of your relationship.
Oh, that? That was nothing. Grandpa just fired my chef, without consulting me first. I was slightly annoyed.
Wouldn't be.
Attends.
But you know what they say, there's nothing like being attacked by an army of portly abominations to give you a sense of perspective.
Me
Do
dis
people
pas
really
que...
say that?
Me dis pas que le petit ami que Stinky, elle texte non-stop, c'est sale.
Why did Grandpa fire Sal anyway?
That's a private matter between me and Grandpa, for the moment.
T'en penses quoi des
What do you think the deal
simulacres?
is with all these dangerously handsome simulacra?
Doppelgangers.
I'd guess clones.
Really?
Or maybe parallel universe commandos, pastry golems, or maybe I don't really care since it's not really my job to figure this kind of thing out.
T'as quand même été assez direct pour dire clone.
I'm sorry I broke your boyfriend.
Boyfriend? What boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend.
Ouh, elle est
General
nerveuse.
Skunky. You two seemed to be getting along pretty well before Max and I kicked him into the penal zone.
Skunkape? He's not my
Ouais.
boyfriend. I mean,
D'accord.
just look at him.
Elle est avec Sal. Voilà. Ils sont en couple.
Well, I can see you're busy. I'll just get back to saving our lives.
Hey, good luck with that.
Allez, parlons à Skunk Carpe, mais j'ai pas l'impression qu'il va nous répondre. Il a l'air...
Individually wrapped balls of
Merde.
peanut butter?
Aye. Ever since Mrs. Dolagi went up like a pufferfish, my namby-pamby malpractice attorneys have forced me to dole out my peanut butter in strictly controlled portions.
I didn't even know diners could have malpractice attorneys. Hey, Donkey Wong, want to pitch in and help us repel the hordes?
Ok, il a l'air
What
traumatisé.
happened to General Skunkape?
Damn happened.
According to Max, I beat the bananas out of him in an alternate reality, which has left him a humiliated husk of a man. Or ape.
Don't.
Ah, et du
Of
coup,
course,
voir
being
une
chased
armée.
by hundreds
Voilà.
of half-dressed versions of the new alpha male in town can't be helping either.
Bon, maintenant que c'est fait, on peut peut-être voir avec les pouvoirs de Max le futur.
You heard me. Mr. S is...
Monsieur S.
Sometimes I wish your future visions were a little more expansive, Max.
Ooh, I'm gonna go try this puppy out on some doggies.
Ok, un couteau. Le futur de Cosmonobo. J'arrive pas.
No more Sams. No more Sams.
Laisse-toi un peu. Putain, Sam! Va là-bas. Voilà, c'est bien, tu restes là.
more Sams. No more Sams.
Ok, il a l'air de vouloir rester dans son traumatisme. Essayons maintenant... J'ai des numéros? Non, apparemment je pourrais juste être là. Ouais, j'ai pas de truc à faire.
Hey, Skunk Ape, any chance of you moving out of the way so I can open that freezer?
No.
Très bien, on dirait que...
What a negative Nelly!
On dirait qu'il va falloir que je déplace Skankapé. Il y a quoi là? Prendre une friandise. Non, c'est la même. Donc la même, elle évolue jusque là. Il y a le grippin.
This probably isn't the best time to make some toast. But what the hey? Yikes! Guess I won't be making any toast for a while.
Ok.
I remember when I was a toaster.
Ouais, c'était dans l'épisode précédent. Ah, le bouton est toujours là.
Look, it's the button that opens the secret tunnel into the sewers.
Less talky, more pressy, Sam. I've just about run out of amusing ways to shoot you in the face.
Open hickory.
Ah. C'est bloqué.
Hey, Stinkies! What happened to your secret tunnel?
Secret tunnel?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Toi, t'as l'air de savoir. Skankapé, tu peux te déplacer 30 secondes?
Queen?
Please tell that broken monkey that I'm no one's queen.
No one's queen. Yes. No.
Oh, Uberbird!
Ok. Pièce dans le jukebox.
See if we can cheer up this terrifying attack with a random selection from Stinky's hot wax dispenser.
You are aware that there's no actual records, CDs, or wax cylinders in there, right?
Ok, y a rien dedans. Il y a peut-être quelque chose sur le compte. C'était quoi sa fontaine? Fontaine de soda.
Won't try that.
I've learned from bitter experience never to drink anything that comes from Stinky's taps, especially the bitters.
Caisse enregistreuse. La radio peut-être.
Hey, good idea! Maybe we can turn this horrific siege into some sort of half-assed, rhythm-based minigame.
We repeat, half-naked, portly dog-like creatures are running amok. Details at this time remain sketchy, but we have numerous reports that the Zoftig canines are breaking into people's houses and stealing their children's toys. Well, that'll put some kids in therapy, right, Chet?
No!
Ah, ça l'a fait réagir.
Off, big fella. I'm pretty upset about the Zaftig crack too, but that's no reason to go ape.
Smooth, Sam.
Infernal city stripped me of my power and my dignity, but I'll be a Polarian babooch before I let them have the last of my toys!
Hey, the monkey's gonna do a card trick!
I don't think so, Max. Those look like the mind-reading cards we saw in that chilling vision of the future that never happened.
Ouh, ça peut être utile ça.
Yeah! Jimmy!
Give them to you? Hardly. With these cards, I will escape this gorilla-forsaken rock, blast it from orbit, and then move on to conquer the rest of the entire galaxy! Toys, toys, toys!
Oh.
No!
On dirait que les Max, non les Sam sont là pour récupérer les jouets.
That was horrible. Maybe we should have done something.
Ah, he'll be okay. Now let's start reading some minds so we can get out of this mess.
Très bien, t'as plus qu'à essayer.
When Wilfred and Brimley aren't looking, I'll escape through my backup tunnel.
A backup tunnel? Ingenious.
Really? I was gonna go with paranoid or maybe silly.
Ok, donc elle a un tunnel.
This is over. My so-called granddaughter and I are going to have a wee talk.
Ok.
Can you read my mind? Do you know all the things I'm thinking of?
Oui.
You know, for a horrific siege, I find myself curiously...
Stinky?
What?
Tunnel de secours.
Okay, Stinky, where's your backup secret tunnel?
What?
You heard me. The backup tunnel.
I don't know anything about a backup tunnel.
Come on, Stinky.
Ah, elle a l'air de
Tell
regarder
us where
quelque
your
chose
backup
derrière moi.
tunnel is before Max runs out
Est-ce
of
que c'est le
bullets.
grippin?
I never run out of bullets.
I told you I don't know anything about a tunnel.
Ouais, regarde derrière moi.
Keep looking over
Là.
there.
Looking over where?
Well, I can see you're busy. I'll just get back to saving our lives.
Hey, good luck.
Attends. Est-ce que du coup maintenant elle a une autre pensée?
I don't know how Blah Blah and Buzz Buzz found out about my backup tunnel,
Haha.
but they'll never figure out that setting the toaster to incinerate will open it.
Ah
Those
ouais.
cards have peeled open Stinky's mind like a snarky, lazy onion.
Did you see the way that one fell? Hilarious!
Très bien. Donc maintenant on peut récupérer.
Fudgy Freeze. The
La glace au
greatest
bœuf.
combination of ice cream, fudge, and carob balls this side of the Mississippi. Must resist fudge. Nom, 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 nom.
Ok.
Sorry, Max. You know how I get whenever I get a Fudgy Freeze in my hand.
Ok. Et si je mange ça, ça devrait m'occuper la bouche.
Soup's on!
Et ouais. Et donc maintenant, est-ce que je peux le manger si j'ai du caramel plein la bouche?
Must control fudge.
Rat.
Ouais, donc le... En fait, ce qu'il faut savoir, c'est que nous, on n'a pas trop de beurre de cacahuète par chez nous, mais aux États-Unis, ils en ont beaucoup, et souvent, s'il n'y a pas de lait avec le beurre de
Got
cacahuète...
some darts. I
Oh,
wanna
le
try
va
some.
falloir bloquer. Non, c'est pas ça. Et du coup, si je donne ça
I hope you guys love these as much as I do.
à l'autre Sam, ça devrait être pouvoir le distraire suffisamment longtemps pour que je puisse activer le tunnel de secours. Ah ah! Parfait.
What in the name of Betty Crocker's knickers have you been doing to my dinner?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've had just about all I can stand, you indolent waste of DNA!
Say, you two wouldn't mind holding the fort while we go check out Stinky's secret passage, would you?
Indolent? Who do you think keeps this diner afloat, old man?
Ouh.
Great, thanks.
Putain, j'aimerais bien pouvoir que les Max.
I sure hope the Stinkies are able to work out their issues.
Not me. Watching them argue is like dinner theater, only without the...
Sweet mother of Watson and Crick gallivanting with Rosalind Franklin on a
Qu'est-ce
spiral
que-
staircase.
Oh putain, c'est quoi ça? On dirait le laboratoire de la geek dans
Yeah?
la série
I think
animée,
we found
mais...
the source of the simulacra.
Oh,
I'll go
c'est
get
les
him.
clones?
Whatever.
Boscotech? Attends, c'est Mama Bosco qui a fait ça?
What the heck
Ils
is
sont-
Girl Stinky doing down here?
Est-ce qu'il y a un complot entre... Oh... Est-ce qu'il y a un complot entre les personnages du jeu pour nous détruire? Du genre Mama Bosco qui a vu qu'on a ruiné sa vie et qu'on l'a sûrement tué à cause d'avoir fait flipper Bosco. Stinky qui a retrouvé Pépé Stinky alors qu'elle l'aurait pas dû. Parce que la dernière fois c'était la bande à Bubule les méchants, donc moi maintenant je me méfie. Les personnages un peu trop qui sont là un peu trop souvent. Oh, il m'a piqué mon chapeau, c'est ça? Oui, il m'a piqué mon chapeau.
Toys, toys, toys.
Je connais pas cette voix.
Toys, toys, toys.
On dirait que...
That's strange.
Oh non, Bradiculture? Ce serait le méchant du début, Bradiculture, qui aurait fait ça? Avec de l'hypnose? Attends, c'est une coupe afro. C'est Mama Bosco ou c'est Bradiculture sur le truc là? Oh putain, et il y a tout ça de clones?
By my reckoning, this cavern is deeper than Sean Penn, but shallower than Bono. Whee!
Et aussi ça? Non, c'est Mama Bosco.
I don't know what that is, but it must be important.
How can you tell?
It's in the middle of the room. Diabolical masterminds always put their important stuff in the middle of the room.
Is that a coffee mug?
Yes, and unless my rarely utilized
cloneur,
razor-sharp senses
le
are
meilleur
wrong,
cloneur du
it's full
monde.
of herbal tea.
Oh, what kind of laid-back monster sips soothing tea from faraway places while commanding armies of Sam clones?
Hey Max, think we can hit that coffee cup from down here?
Only if our arms get really big.
With bullets, Chowderhead.
Oh, that's easy. Or maybe not.
That
Wow.
glass is nigh indestructible.
What does nigh mean, Sam?
Means I read too many comic books.
Ça veut dire que je ne peux pas atteindre cette île avec mes balles. Ok. Qu'est-ce qu'on a d'autre?
Clone cooker DNA input receptacle.
Yikes!
Hein?
Looks like our mysterious clone
Papyrus.
master doesn't want anyone messing with their cloning recipe.
Donc c'est bien ce que je disais, c'est tout le monde ça. Ça se situe sous chez Stinky, c'est la technologie de Mama Bosco. Stinky connaissait le tunnel secret. C'est un complot contre nous.
Nice kitchenette.
You gotta love a mastermind who keeps the coffee flowing.
Cloning facility
C'est soit un
status.
complot contre nous,
You'd
soit
think a multi-bazillion
quelqu'un
dollar
hypnotise
facility
tout le
like
monde.
this could afford something a little snazzier than a chintzy scrolly sign.
Max, look. Bosco Tech Clone Pod. This clone pod was manufactured by Mama Bosco.
We probably should have guessed by the hot pants they're wearing. Mama sure does love a nicely turned Sam Gam.
If Mama Bosco's the one controlling these clones, she's got a lot of explaining to do.
À commencer par où est Bosco? Ah, il y a des tunnels.
I wonder what's down this tunnel.
There's only
allons
5 or 6
vérifier.
ways to find out.
Well, let's take the one that doesn't involve explosives or time travel.
Spoil sport.
Ça nous mène où? C'est quoi ça?
Well, here we are, back in the museum.
Le
of Mostly
musée?
Natural History.
Donc c'est bien
And
ce que je
look,
disais.
Paperweight's office. Maybe he can tell us what's going on with all these Sams.
C'est bien ce que je disais, du coup c'est un complot contre nous tous.
It's a standard security panel, tricked out with hieroglyphics instead of
Enfin,
numbers.
c'est un complot contre
I wonder
nous.
what the key code is.
Aha! Rats! I thought for sure it would spell out King Butt.
I think Monsieur Paperweight's key
Roi
code is going
Cuc,
to be a
c'était
little
pas,
more
ouvre-toi.
sophisticated than that, Max.
You mean more like Emperor Gluteus Maximus?
Empereur
Or maybe
Glodius
more like
Maximus.
something we'll never ever guess, ever.
On peut pas aller ailleurs, donc c'est forcément le seul endroit.
It's locked.
Yeah, but at least there aren't a bicycle of eldritch tentacles guarding it anymore.
I don't think bicycle is the group word for tentacles, Max.
Wait, you fool! Oh, sorry.
Oh, on n'est pas tout seul. On est avec
It's you.
le professeur
We've got some
machin.
questions.
Dr. Norrington
Voilà,
and I
Dr.
do
Norrington.
not give 3 rotten figs for your questions. We've got important work to do. Good day.
But
I said good day, sir.
Well, I never.
Non, on dirait qu'on est capable de voir à travers lui. Examinons la poubelle avant.
A trash can.
my psychic clue sense is tingling.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't stand looking at you when you dig through garbage.
No time to indulge your delicate sensibilities, Sam. Look!
What is it?
Hey, I just find the clues. Besides, I seem to have temporarily lost my ability to read.
Ah bon?
Disturbing side effect of your psychic abilities?
Nah, I just can't be bothered.
Ah. Alors attends, hop.
Let's see. Foot, snake, squiggle squiggle, bird, done.
Bah, c'est le
You
même code
probably
qu'avant.
should have guessed that one.
Bah, c'est donc le code d'avant. Alors, est-ce qu'on peut le lire? Ouais, donc ça ne marche plus le
It's a
chic
letter
droit, on
from our
dirait.
old pal Sal, resigning from his job at the museum.
Should
Oh.
a 6-foot-tall cockroach really be putting himself out on the job market in this economy?
Maybe we should ask him. He left a forwarding number.
Sweet!
Oh, donc on peut aller là où il travaille.
Oh, what the...
Donc non.
You again?
If we could just...
We gotta get in there, Sam!
Why? I mean, other than the generic amusement of antagonizing people.
I think Monsieur Paperweight's mysterious boss, Dr. Norrington, is in there.
And?
And I need to thank him for helping me out against Salmon Mac.
Still remember the code?
I'll have you know I've got a mind like a steel tramp.
Trap.
Really? Huh. A steel tramp would be a lot more fun in a bum fight.
Hmm.
Don't look at me!
Oh, come on. You're not that ugly.
You don't understand. Human minds aren't equipped to comprehend.
Hey, Sam, there's a guy in here!
Oh. Quaid.
I'm impressed. Most humans are driven incurably insane by the mere glimpse of my unspeakable visage.
Yeah, well, no offense, but we get more unspeakable visages in our convention swag.
So you're the mysterious Dr. Norrington?
I am known by many names. Among them, Yog-Sothoth, elder fiend of the
Ah donc
dark
il a bien
dimension.
libéré
I'm
Yog-Sothoth.
so surprised.
Shocking, true, but not nearly as shocking as the horrific truths I suspect I must now reveal.
Oh. On va avoir droit à des explications, on dirait.
Hold the phone. You're Yog-Sothoth, the world-shattering elder god?
You look like something my non-existent cat coughed up.
Curb your tongue, rabbit.
Oh,
No,
il y a un Sam
Paperweight,
derrière la
The
fenêtre.
naked one is right. This debased form is a pathetic shadow of my former glory. Long before the dawn of man, my kind was sovereign over this dimension and countless others. We welcome the development of sentient life, drinking
Hey,
deeply
Nick.
from your bottomless well springs of terror, and also your succulent hairy flesh.
Ew.
For untold eons, we lapped at the perpetual buffet of your horror and worship, until powerful forces rallied to drive us back to the dark dimension.
Forces?
Primitive hybrids somehow impervious to our powers.
Ouais, donc
You know
les
them
comme Sam,
as mole men.
pas comme Max.
Get out of here.
Ah, les hommes taupes.
Yes, that's exactly what they ordered us to do.
Continue.
You know, it's a lot harder to take you prehistoric elder gods seriously, now that I know you were banished by a bunch of mole men.
Scoff if you must, but the mole people were much more powerful before they were genetically marginalized by the cruel twists of evolution.
Just like Uncle Billy.
So, should I call you Yog-Sothoth or Norrington?
Call me Dr. Norrington. When uttered by your mortal tongues, my true name sounds disturbingly like our term for number 2.
You should hear him say nuclear.
Ok, coffre à
You
jouer.
and Paperweight seem to know a lot about that devil's toy box that everybody keeps stealing.
The devil's toy box. Ha! You should be so lucky.
What are you talking about?
The toy box is of a power far greater than that of your primitive gods and devils. It is the property of my grandson,
Oh.
Junior.
Oh mon dieu!
Junior?
Yes, Junior, the youngest and most horrible of the elder gods. His birthing wail shattered the
Mais quel nom
supercontinent
terrible.
of Pangea. His first steps sunk the proto-civilizations of Subarctica.
Junior?
In an effort to stop my
Il va le dire
rampaging
tout le long,
grandchild from
c'est ça?
destroying the Omniverse, I brought many of my precious childhood keepsakes over from the Dark Dimension to keep Junior distracted and entertained, as well as a box to contain their frightening power.
Junior?
Unfortunately, when the Elder Gods were banished to the Dark Dimension, Junior's toy box was lost during the move. And in the millennia since, he just will not stop whining about it.
Junior?
It's a lot scarier if you've got the requisite complement of larynxes to pronounce it correctly.
Quoi? Y a une manière terrifiante de
So why have
prononcer
the one
Junior?
and a half of you been trying to get your hands on the toy box all these years?
To destroy it!
But why? It's got all those cool toys that make my brain tingle and my ears all fuzzy.
The toys of power were never meant for mortal hands. For the sake of all that exists, they must be returned to the toy box and annihilated.
Ok.
You're not gonna take my toys, are you?
Not yet. Your chaotic mastery of the toys of power may yet prove useful in defeating the master of these blasphemous portly canines.
Ah, donc ils ne font pas partie du complot. À moins qu'ils nous mentent.
What do you have to say about all those creepy
Voilà.
tentacles we found in the cloning chamber?
Tentacles?
Yeah, like the ones your boy Paperweight summoned in the museum last night.
Cthulhu's wattle!
Ooh, I'm using that.
Only one such as myself can summon the Cilia of Torment. Whoever's controlling your clones must be awash in the forces of the Dark Dimension.
Did you really just say awash?
The only thing that can properly vanquish matter from the Dark Dimension is the Chthonic Destroyer.
Le Destronneur Chthonique?
The Chthonic Destroyer.
Is it pointy?
The Chthonic Destroyer is the ultimate psychic toy.
Il me
A
le faut.
weapon so terrible that it was once used to drive the Elder Gods themselves back to their home in the Dark Dimension.
Ah, look, that mole man is smiting an army.
Mind if we hold on to this?
Sam's got a thing for illuminated manuscripts.
If it will help you find the Chthonic Destroyer, yes, of course.
Thanks. I'll try to keep Max from drawing dirty pictures in the margins. Can the destroyer be used against those tentacles?
The Destroyer is proof against anything from the Dark Dimension. Me, the tentacles, the toy box.
Sam, we gotta get one of these things.
You'll have to find the hidden giggling realm of skittering ingestion if you wish to find the Destroyer.
Do you know anything about all these handsome brutes that are stealing toys throughout the city?
The clones are meaningless.
And chubby.
Hey!
But
Oh,
if
c'est
they
pas
are truly
gentil.
stealing toys, then their master may be attempting to gather a complete collection of the toys of power
Collect all 1,024. Impress your friends.
and destroy the entirety of existence as we know it. You've already borne witness to the damage that can be wrought when the Devil's toy box is mostly full. If the box is completely engorged, its power will tear down the walls of reality itself.
Oh.
So, aside from tearing apart reality, anything else you think we should know about the Plague of Me?
Only that they should seriously consider a gym membership.
Mais...
I didn't see Sal out there.
Ah, yes, poor Sal. He resigned after the incident with General Skunkape's men.
Oh, le
Any
pauvre.
idea where he is now?
I'm sure he left a forwarding number in his resignation letter, but I'm afraid I've lost track of it. I have a lot on my table right now.
Le Sam en arrière-plan.
You sure you don't know where Sal is?
No, but you're welcome to have a look around.
Ok, Papyrus.
So how did gigantic behemoth of an elder god like you get stuck in panty waist anyway?
Hey, Pierre, wait!
Silence! Several decades ago, Monsieur Paperweight foolishly attempted to summon me to this plane of existence.
Yeah, we may have heard something about that.
Paperweight's infantile conjurings were doomed to failure, but the uncanny power of your grandsire's brain somehow managed to extrude an infinitesimally tiny fraction of my essence into this dimension. It became fused with Paperweight's unsettlingly hairless and ladylike torso.
We've spent the better part of a century trying to retrieve the toy box and send the great Yog-Sothoth home.
And we would have succeeded last night if you hadn't lost your temper over that slobbering spacey.
D'accord.
Sorry about that.
Donc il était pas méchant, Papyrus.
Stay put.
Enfin,
We'll probably have more
Dans
questions
cette,
later.
dans cette,
Your
enfin,
kind
dans cette,
always
comment,
does.
timeline. Il voulait renvoyer Yog-Sothoth chez lui. D'ailleurs, ça fait très bizarre de voir ça. Est-ce que je peux, genre, lire dans ses pensées?
Gaze not into the mind of an elder god, insect.
Ouh.
Cease your Cease your...
Donc je ne peux pas lire Papyrus. Je peux regarder l'avenir. Eh, c'est un Samoun Mac là. Ouh, dans le futur il souffre. Qu'est-ce que... Bon, je pense qu'on ne tirera rien dans cet endroit. Et si jamais on doit revenir, on reviendra. Mais là, on a donc un nouveau papier qu'on lira après. Mais là, ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va d'abord aller chez Sal. Enfin, au nouveau travail de Sal. Après, on ira voir ce qu'il y a dans les autres tunnels. Oh, il travaille sur les docks.
Well, there's Sal.
Attends, il travaille avec eux? Bah c'est ma voiture!
Let those Sams show more respect for our car than we do.
Well, that was awfully convenient. Sam?
Son chapeau! Ouh, c'est personnel. Putain, ils ont ramené truc. Le
Hey, look,
ventriloque
Max,
familière.
it's our old friend Charlie Hotep.
Get it away! Get it away!
Come on, Max. He'll give you cool ventriloquism powers, just like your great-grandpa Maximus had in olden times.
Fine, I'll do it for the powers. But for the record, I want to make it clear that I find Charlie Hotep, like all ventriloquist dummies, completely creepy and disgusting.
Pareil,
So are you,
t'inquiète.
but you don't see me getting skittish about it.
À cause de chair de poule, j'ai eu la phobie des marionnettes comme ça. Enfin... Muppet Show, je m'en fous. Dark Crystal, j'adore. Mais les marionnettes de ventriloque comme ça, creepy, tu sais, avec une tête humaine, ça va pas. Est-ce qu'on peut les envoyer chier?
Hey, doppelgangers! It's me, Max. I'm in this warehouse with all sorts of juicy psychic toys.
Toys. Toys. Toys.
Ça marche. Ils sont débilus. Donc d'abord, allons voir
Hey,
Bluster
it's our
Blaster.
noisy old friend Bluster Blaster.
More like a barely tolerated acquaintance.
You look like chum, old chum.
Sam! Max! What are you doing in Vegas?
Oh, boy.
Bah,
What happened to you?
qu'est-ce qui t'est arrivé?
Yeah, we thought you were in Vegas helping Bosco count cards and pick up showgirls.
Maximum failure!
Why?
Counting cards out loud!
Ah,
Yeah, the
d'accord.
dealers tend to notice things like that.
Do you know what happened to Bosco?
Bosco stayed in Vegas to pay off debt to casino!
Oh.
Cleaning tables?
Male stripper!
Ew.
Interesting.
Left
Il
letter
était
to
déjà
Mr.
tout nu dans
Mom.
l'épisode précédent. Une lettre pour sa maman. Ça lui fera plaisir.
Dear Mama, guess what? I met a girl. So it looks like I'll be staying in Vegas a little bit longer than originally planned. Please take care of the store while I'm away. Love, Bosco.
Oh, qu'il lui ment, quoi.
P.S. Could you wire me about $20,000?
Worst Bosco impression ever!
Mind if we deliver this to Mama Bosco?
Take it! I never want anything to do with Bosco ever again!
Ok, donc ils se sont trahis.
Need any help?
No thank you! I'll just sit here until my shields regenerate!
Do you think you'll rejoin the cops now that your Vegas adventure is over?
That portion of my life is terminated!
Say, you wouldn't happen to know anything about all these Sam clones running around, would you?
Those are real?
Yeah.
Holy Mother of God!
I think that's a no.
See you, Bluster.
Ok.
I have become death!
Donc là, il est en mode panique.
Looks like my clones have already picked this pile of junk clean.
On va pouvoir parler à Sal.
Sal,
Sam and Max, what brings you guys down to the warehouse district?
All the usual. Mystery, intrigue.
The roar of the grease paint, the smell of the crowd.
Qu'est-ce que tu
So
fais
you
là?
gave up your cushy job at the museum for this?
You bet. That museum gig was getting dangerous. What with all the fires, the slimy tentacles, and the gorilla pummelings. I'm just not cut out for a life of excitement like that.
Et donc maintenant, tu travailles avec les
What are you
clones?
doing out here anyway?
I've got a great job stacking crates. Doesn't pay much, but it's way less violent.
D'accord, il
At
travaille
least
pas
it
avec les
was
clones.
until those guys came along.
D'accord, il travaille pas avec eux. Ça me rassure que tu sois pas un traître.
What's in those crates?
Beats me. As long as there's nothing in these babies that keep me from stacking them, I could give a June bug's behind about what's in them, you know?
How are you coping with all these Sam clones?
Is that what they are? I thought they might be some of your skinnier, less inhibited cousins from over in the
Hey!
village.
So my clones haven't been hassling you?
A little, but I don't seem to have whatever it is they're looking for.
Stack on, good
Okay.
buddy.
You know it, Sam.
I really like Sal, Sam. It'd be a shame if he got sucked into the undertow of the mayhem and destruction that follows us around like an awestruck teenager.
What the hell are you talking about, Max?
On va peut-être essayer quelque chose. Lire ses pensées parce que ça se trouve il ne dit pas la vérité.
Dooby-dooby-doo, stacking some crates up, dooby-dooby-doo.
Ok.
He really is a simple guy, isn't he?
Ok, donc on n'avait pas besoin de venir le voir. Bon, on avait besoin de l'aide de Bosco, je parie. Essayons de nous téléporter ailleurs. Retournons. Pourquoi c'est écrit la cellule de Stinky? Ah non, le téléphone de Stinky, pardon. Oh, on dirait qu'il y a un interrogatoire en cours.
Talk!
Grandfather, will you please tell this booze-soaked gumshoe to get out of our diner?
Just answer the man's questions so I can get on with my pathetic excuse for a life.
Ok.
Hey, Flint, what's shaking?
Hiya, boys! Just putting the finishing touches on this whole girl stinky caper.
Really?
Ah,
Well, no. But Grandpa Stinky's gonna stop paying me if I don't wrap this case up tonight, so I'm kind of winging it here.
I've had you on retainer for months, and you didn't even know she'd installed nae one, but two secret tunnels under my diner!
oh.
Mind if we kibitz in your interrogation?
Be my guest, boys. I'm hitting a brick wall with Miss Motormouth here.
Ok, on y va à deux.
See? Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. Who's this Mr. S mug? And what are the two of you planning to do to Grandpa Stinky?
What are you talking about?
Stinky didn't say anything, Sam.
See what I'm working with here?
Maybe she doesn't know how these hard-boiled interrogations are supposed to work.
I think you're right, Max. Let's show her how it's done. I'll be Flint, and you be Stinky.
Fine, but if I get typecast, you're getting a nasty call from my agent.
All right, sister. What's the deal with all your secret tunnels?
Secret tunnels? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You filthy, rotten liar. We know all about the secret cloning facility at the end of your secret tunnel. So spill.
Cloning facility? What are you talking about?
No, that's his line.
Come on, Stinky. Don't pretend you don't know anything about the massive Sam cooking machines we found at the end of your secret tunnel.
Get out of my way!
Not so fast, Dollface. You're not going anywhere until you answer some questions.
Fine, fire away. Anything to get me out of this madhouse.
Okay then, from the top. Who's this Mr. S mug? And what are the two of you planning to do to Grandpa Stinky?
Mr. S is Sam. We were planning Grandpa Stinky's surprise birthday party.
Ah bon? Explique-moi.
What now?
You heard me. Mr. S is Sam. The two of us were planning Grandpa Stinky's surprise birthday party.
You lousy liar! My birthday isn't for another 5 months!
That's why it was going to be such a surprise.
Is this true, Sam?
It sure is.
Oh,
She
je joue son
already
jeu
ordered
pour
your
qu'elle...
favorite cake.
I did. Oh, I mean, that's right. I did.
A cake, eh? Well, I'll tell you what. If you and Sam can cough up my favourite cake, I'll send Mr. Paper home. Until then, you're not going anywhere, granddaughter.
Ok, donc ça c'est pour sûrement
I can't believe you
que...
and Stinky were planning a party and you didn't ask me to help. I love licking envelopes and cooking up embarrassing party games.
Don't be a dolt, Max. This whole party thing is just another brick in Stinky's mountain of lies. But if
Oh.
we cover for her, maybe Flint will let her go, and she can lead us to her mysterious Mr. S and the mastermind behind these rakishly handsome Sam clones.
Sounds
D'accord.
convoluted and absurd. I like it.
All we have to do now is find Grandpa Stinky's favorite cake.
Facile. Avec les pouvoirs qu'on a obtenus, ça devrait pas être trop dur.
A party? A likely story. Still, it'd be nice to get a slice of upside-down Uzbekian blood cake surprise.
Oh, donc c'est ça qu'il nous faut. Je suppose que Sal, en tant que cuisinier, il peut peut-être nous aider. On va essayer.
Even though they're on a toy stealing mission that'll no doubt bring about the end of the world, it makes me proud to see my clones going about their labor so diligently.
Sam?
Whoops.
Ha! Il faut encore les distraire.
Hey, doppelgangers! It's me, Max!
Toy.
Ok, je passe ça parce que sinon ça va être chiant. Merde, non.
Hey, Sal.
What's up, guys?
Est-ce que tu serais préparé un gâteau?
Hey, Sal. You're a pretty mean chef, right?
I know my way around a lemon zester, yeah. What about it?
We really need someone to bake a birthday cake. Pronto.
Sure, I could probably take a break and whip one up. What kind of cake you guys looking for?
Was Becky an upside-down blood cake surprise?
Ooh, that's gonna be a tall order, Sam.
Don't you know how to make it?
Oh, I know how to make it all right. Any confectioner worth his icing sack knows how to make that bad boy. It's just that the ingredients are really hard to come by.
Hein?
Don't worry about that! Sam and I live to hunt down obscure ingredients or similarly named alternatives.
It's not just the ingredients, though. It literally takes a month to bake an Uzbekian upside-down blood cake surprise. If you want it tonight, you're just SOL. Sorry.
Well, can you at least tell us what it looks like in case we run into it in a dark alley someplace?
I can do better than that. I'll draw you a picture.
Ok. On arrive bientôt à la fin, donc on a dit ça va être les dernières actions. Mais bon, je sais déjà ce que je vais faire.
I minored in chalk drawing at the Bilderberg Academy for the Culinary and Visual Arts.
Ok. Tout ce qu'on a à faire,
You know it.
c'est utiliser la pâte à modeler. J'ai cru qu'on l'avait plus. J'allais gueuler et dire qu'il faut qu'on le retrouve encore, alors que... Alors, voilà.
Ooh, this'll be as easy as taking cake from a baby.
I think that's candy.
Et maintenant, on retourne par le portable de Stinky chez Stinky. Et on sort le gâteau, ce qui devrait faire que Stinky femelle va se casser dans son tunnel secret et qu'on pourra la prendre sur le fait. C'est mon plan.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Stinky! Is that one upside-down Uzbekian blood cake surprise?
The blood looks right, but let's see if it's got the surprise. An Uzbekian flensing knife! The secret
Ooh.
ingredient the Mongols used in all their cakes!
Now do you believe me?
Tasty cake.
Il est en train de bouffer la tête de Max.
Nice. You two really were planning my birthday party, weren't you? Ooh, I'm gonna go try this puppy out on some doggies. All right, you furry trespassers, make way for Daddy.
There's only one thing I don't understand. Why does Sam call you my queen in his letter?
Oh, because Sam and I have been carrying on a torrid love affair for years. Isn't that right, hon?
Quoi? Oh!
Meet me at the place. No, the other place.
Est-ce que c'est de la
I don't know
zoophilie
what
si
kind of
le...
game you're
Comment?
playing here, Sam, but now that I've seen you and Stinky smooching, all I really want to do is climb into a bottle and wipe out a few brain cells.
Est-ce que c'est de la zoophilie si
That whole
c'est
stinky kissing
un
thing kinda
animal
made me wish for the sweet
comment?
release of death too.
Anthropomorphique?
But it'll be worth it if we can track Stinky to the real Mr. S.
Je
who's
sais que
controlling
c'est ce
all
que
these
les
Sam
furies
phones.
essayent
Do you still
de
remember Stinky's cell phone number?
Do I? It
de
spells out my
légaliser,
second
mais...
favorite bodily excretion.
Donc maintenant, si on se téléporte chez Stinky, enfin sur le téléphone portable de Stinky... Ah! Donc elle nous a menti!
Ah, there you are, Mr. S.
C'est ça, je parie. Son petit
Stinky,
ami.
my queen.
Voilà, qu'est-ce que je
I
disais?
would have gotten here sooner, but the old fool and his Seamus wouldn't let me leave. We've got to get rid of them once and for all.
Do we have to? Killing seems so deadly.
Trust me, sweetie. It's the only way to get everything we want.
Oh, baby.
Zoophilie... Est-ce que c'est de la zoophilie
Okay,
si c'est un
that's
insecte
quite enough of that.
anthropomorphique?
It's Droopy and Stitch.
Sam and Max.
What are you doing down here?
We were about to ask you the same question.
We were? I was gonna ask about biological compatibility issues.
All right,
Exactement.
fine. There's no point in denying it any longer. This is
Lui,
where
il fait
Sal and
compte
I
des œufs,
need to
toi, t'as un
revel in our
vagin.
forbidden love.
Yeah, the forbidden love thing. Not where we meet to discuss getting rid of our evil grandpa Stink. Ah!
Right,
Donc
just
oui,
the forbidden
c'est-
love.
Really? Then how do you explain that?
Whoa.
Where'd those come from?
Oh, on dirait qu'on a pris possession d'eux.
Sam, what just happened?
Well, on the upside, it looks like neither Stinky nor her chitinous boyfriend are the master of these Samalikes. On the
Oh, d'accord, ils sont
downside, it appears
manipulés,
that
donc
our
ça
icky
peut être
and
par
potentially
culture
murderous
ou même
loverbirds
Bliss.
are under the psychic thrall of our mysterious fiend.
Man, I wouldn't want to be the master when Stinky snaps out of it. She straight up hates thralls.
Est-ce que vous croyez qu'il serait capable de ramener un méchant d'une saison précédente juste pour nous faire chier?
Sal?
Sal's not really here right now, guys. Only the, what do you call it? Indomitable will of the master.
The master's name is Will?
The master wants you to know that half-assed wordplay won't get you any closer to revealing his identity.
Well, there goes 90% of our repertoire.
Stinky?
Stinky?
There is no stinky worm, only the unknowable will of the master.
Yeah, can't say I'm loving the new attitude, Stinky.
Then again, we really didn't love the old attitude either.
Ok. Par contre, ça c'est nouveau, ça, les lampes. Est-ce que vous croyez que... Comme c'est nouveau...
Why'd you do that?
Sometimes you just gotta shoot out a few lights.
Dead light bulb detected in clone control spotlight. Please alert maintenance engineer.
Ah ah.
Show off.
Now, Max, just because the good Lord didn't bless you with 6 arms and vice-like claws...
Not yet, anyway.
Et maintenant, normalement, s'il a baissé la vitre, je peux tirer sur
Max,
la tasse à
watch
café. Je sais pas à quoi ça va me servir.
Nice shot.
Thanks. It turns out the secret is aiming.
Aiming. Never heard of it. Is it a lost secret of the ancient Orient?
Malfunction detected in clone control console unit. Please send technician.
Ah, donc ça va envoyer Stinky là-bas. Qu'est-ce que c'est que les deux boules qu'elle a au-dessus de ses... Est-ce que c'est un problème de modèle 3D? Vous savez ce que je pense que c'est, ça, les deux boules qu'elle a au-dessus de sa tête? Bah, la balance est sale!
That's the most work I've seen Stinky do in years.
Yeah, she must be enthralled.
Et la tué sale. Putain, heureusement que les cafards ont la peau dure. Hein. Enfin, je crois qu'ils devraient avoir survécu à ça quand même. Je pense que ça, c'est ses vrais yeux.
How?
Blame your cell phone provider.
It
Regardez,
doesn't
vous voyez?
matter. Before the sunrise, the master will bathe in a sea of your entrails.
You know, she may be a mesmerized slave, but she sure does sound a lot like Stinky.
Examiner le micro.
Hey, a microphone. I bet we can order around the clones with this.
And welcome to the quiet storm of WSN and bringing all the smooth sounds of yesteryear to all the rumbling doppelgangers out there.
Phone control lockouts in place. Voice control unavailable.
Fools. The clone controls will only respond to the master's voice.
D'accord. Donc pour l'instant, je pense qu'on peut pas faire grand chose là-bas. Mais au moins on l'a débloqué. Au moins on l'a débloqué, on sait qu'on peut y aller. Alors attends, ça. Musée, Stinky, donc il y a déjà un tunnel, on sait où ça mène, c'est le tunnel qu'on vient.
Cart tracks.
Maybe there's gold at the end of this tunnel, or rare deposits of Cantgetium.
You're a strange little imp, Max.
Côté là. Et je vais m'arrêter bientôt parce que je pense que ça fait bientôt un peu plus d'une heure qu'on joue.
Are we there yet? We've been walking for nearly a decameter.
I love your wacky made-up units of measurement, Max. Wait a minute. There's a light up ahead.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Bosco Tech?
Oh, donc j'avais raison.
Something weird is going on.
Weird by our standards or everyone else's?
Mr. Molman, please concentrate. Without your assistance, we'll never be able to contact Dr. Mama Bosco.
No, we won't. You don't know what you're doing.
Ok, il semble que ça ne les gêne pas qu'on soit là. Parlons-leur et une fois qu'on leur aura parlé.
Oh, don't be that way, Harry.
You cheated me out of millions of dollars and trapped me in a killer sauna. How should I be?
Sadder but wiser?
How'd you get out of Skunk Ape's ship?
I'm glad you asked. My incredible adventure began when I discovered a small crack in the back of my cell.
On second thought, never mind.
What happened to Mama Bosco?
I don't know. When I returned to the lab after my harrowing adventures on Skunkapi's ship, she was acting strange.
Strange?
Yes. She was distracted and wafted about the facility with an agitated nervousness that one would normally associate with a guilty conscience.
Oh,
you got all that from the way she was wafting?
Well, that, and she gasped, "Oh no, it's all my fault," before she floated out of the building. No one's seen
donc
her
il y a
since.
bien quelqu'un qui manipule les gens.
So you don't know where Mama Bosco is?
Not a clue. That's why we're trying to hold a séance, to compel her to return.
Et si c'était Bosco? Genre c'est pour ça qu'on l'a pas vu depuis le début parce qu'il est en train de faire monter un plan et qu'il a hypnotisé sa mère et tout ça grâce aux
Super Dense
lunettes
over
et
there
tout.
wants to summon Dr. Bosco back to the lab for questioning, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
How so?
It's so obvious that he can't make contact with the spirit realms. I mean, he can't even get in touch with my recently deceased relatives.
Parents
Why
morts?
don't you tell us about those recently departed relatives?
Sorry, Sam, the memories too fresh.
Ok.
Fair enough.
Donc on doit utiliser le lecteur de
What do you
pensée.
know about these scary toy-stealing Sams?
Nothing.
You sure you want to stick with that answer?
Yeah, isn't that your tunnel that connects directly to the big old cloning facility?
That old thing? I haven't been down there in months. After Mama Bosco started using it to store crate loads of high-tech equipment, it kind of lost its rustic charm.
Ah, donc
Think
c'est
he's
bien de
telling the
Bosco.
truth?
Probably. Harry doesn't have the brains, brawn, or all-around competence to pull off a scheme like this.
You know, I am standing right here.
En même temps, si, il tenait la mafia des jouets à un moment.
What sorts of high-tech equipment was Mama Bosco storing in your hole?
How should I know? She never tells me anything.
Ok. On va lire tes pensées maintenant.
Do I have a choice?
Parce que...
Stupid Super Ball can't even contact Uncle Morty, and he's only been dead for a week.
D'accord, donc on va utiliser ça. Est-ce que je peux lire les pensées de Siphon, ou alors est-ce que...
I'm afraid the contents of my mind are classified, sirs.
Ha!
Well, that was odd.
Putain, même quand t'essaies de dire ses pensées, quoi. Et ta vision du futur? Oh, il pleure.
I know it! It's a miracle!
Ok. J'ai cru que je voyais des paillettes ici. Ok, parlons à l'agent Siphon maintenant.
The penguin is in the paddock. Repeat, the penguin is in the paddock.
Super Ball.
Mr. President, you're alive. I'm overjoyed.
I can tell.
What happened to Mama Bosco?
I'm not certain, sirs. I came here to investigate reports of illegal cloning activity, only to find Dr. Mama Bosco missing. I'm conducting a seance to bring her in for questioning.
D'accord.
Do you know anything about these simulacra?
Doppelgangers.
According to the authorities, they're fanning out across the city in search of the remaining toys of power.
Remaining?
Yes, sirs. In the aftermath of the Salmon Mock incident, our crypto scientists estimate that there are only a few hundred TOPs extant, and they're scattered throughout the city.
D'accord.
What will happen once the Sam clones gather all the toys?
Nobody knows. A few experts believe that the person who created the clones will use the fully empowered Devil's Toy Box to psychically bring about a golden age of unity and harmony.
That'd be an unexpected twist.
But most of them concur that we'll likely be facing some sort of universal Armageddon scenario in which a horrific beast of unimaginable power reigns over the earth, and the living envy the dead.
C'est pas si mal quand on y pense.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, why aren't you back at the White House keeping that backstabbing Secretary of Health and Human Services away from my Cuban cigars?
I'm here to investigate the rampaging Sam clones and their possible connection to the so-called Devil's Toy Box, sirs.
What a coinkydink. So are we.
Yes, sirs. Quite the coinkydink.
Hey, if you're here and I'm here, who's running the country right now?
I've taken the liberty of installing an amusing bobblehead figurine in the Oval Office. No one seems to have noticed.
C'est malin.
A seance? That's not exactly in your bailiwick now, is it?
Okay, I'm just gonna stand right over here until I can shake off the memory of you saying bailiwick.
You're sadly correct, sir. As a medium, I'm more of an extra small. But it's desperately important that we make contact with the missing Dr. Mama Bosco.
Why?
I would think it's obvious, sir. The Sam clones. Her hands are all over them.
Ew.
Figuratively, sir.
Oh, that's better. Are you going to take another shot at summoning Dr. Mama Bosco?
Actually, sirs, I was thinking of leaving it to someone who specializes in weirdness.
Larry King is here?
I think he was talking about us.
Larry King, mais là on savait les frères Bogdanov sont là.
Stay loose, Super Ball.
I always do, sirs.
D'accord, on va s'arrêter là pour l'instant. La prochaine fois, du coup, on va essayer de ramener Mama Bosco. D'entre les morts, non, vu qu'elle est déjà morte, mais la ramener au moins ici. Alors c'est pour ça, voilà. N'hésitez pas à vous abonner, à mettre un j'aime, à commenter cette vidéo et à la partager. Je vous dis à la prochaine sur Dark Tech Gaming. C'était Devil à plus.